Hello and welcome to DRMS Middle School News. I'm Lourdes Jimenez.
And I'm Ana Lozano.
Our first segment takes us around school. Counselors are having an art contest to promote school spirit. The Robotics Club is looking for new members.
Report cards went out last Thursday. That and more on this week's episode of Del Rio Middle School News. But first, we got to know a little bit more about our assistant principal, Davila.
Mr. Davila has been working at DRMS for 4 years. He grew up as an Air Force brat, causing his family to move around a lot. After a while, they settled in Del Rio when he was more or less in 3rd grade. For college, he went to Texas Tech and moved around a lot of places. After a while, finding his way back to Del Rio. His job as an assistant principal is a dean of instruction, so meaning he can walk into your classroom at times. He helps teachers with ideas to take into the classroom and sometimes helps with the discipline around our campus. Keep the day at DRMS is staying here at about 6:30 a.m. every day, start getting all his planning ready for that day, sometimes take care of some discipline of the day which causes him to take some time out of his day to cancel out with students, take care of threat assessments, and make sure our campus is going to be safe and always happy and healthy.
And what I really like about this campus is working with y'all, the students. So as 8th graders, what happens is we get to see y'all literally grow up, because the change from 7th to when you leave in 8th is huge. Like sometimes you come in and you have you're still a little bit of a kid, right? And kids make, bad choices or poor choices sometimes. But over time, we get to see y'all guys start making the right choices and start making grown-up choices. So we really get to see y'all become the people you are. And sometimes we don't always make the best choice, right? So it's really awesome to see y'all and to be able to talk to you and you're not cemented into the person you're going to be at. So say you're having a hard time with maybe not being the kindest person or kind of being mean to some of your peers. We can still talk to you about that and still have y'all guys change. So that's really why I love working with this age group and why I love being at this campus.
This Wednesday, September 28th, there will be a prep rally at the football stadium at 7:45. Student Council encouraged everyone to attend. The football team, along with cross country and volleyball, need you to show your school spirit by getting rowdy. The DRMS band and color guard will be there along with the drum line as well as cheerleaders and the dance team. If you decide to go, please follow all school rules. Come out, show your support for Del Rio Middle School, and get loud this Wednesday morning.
Did you know that Harry Potter is one of the many books listed on Banned Book Week?
Really? Wow. Wait, what is Banned Book Week?
Banned Book Week is an annual event celebrating the freedom to read.
How does the book end up on the list?
Well, most of the books are targeted for being a sensitive topic.
Well, I'm glad they removed this one. It's one of my favorites.
Of course it will be.
Another art contest is underway. This one is sponsored by the Del Rio International Lions Club. Students are supposed to create a work of art depicting what peace looks like to them. There will be 2 winners to place from each location, and first place gets the opportunity to advance to the next round. The theme is Lead with Compassion, and students can use material provided by Miss Villa. There are some restrictions such as age, so for more information, please stop by Miss Villa's room 134.
You don't actually need any materials. I will be providing those materials for the students. So if anybody's interested in the Lions Club competition, please come by. I will set up supplies. We are going to be having a meeting on Tuesday after school. So again, if anybody is interested, make sure you stop by after school.
Report cards came out last Thursday, the 22nd. Students have 5 more 6 weeks left in school, as well as 2 semester exams. We should be actively involved in class and diligent in turning in assignments, as we all know missing assignments can add up quickly and become overwhelming to turn in all at once. At the end of the grading period, don't forget to take advantage of your teacher's tutorial sessions in order to improve grades and learning.
Okay, so this project is called the Egg Project from the Principles of Infotech/Print. And basically we're learning about human services and the early childhood teaching. So if we get older and we want to do a teaching job, this is the project for that.
The way we can get a 0 is if it breaks or someone cracks it. But if someone cracks it, it doesn't really count as a 0 because it wasn't technically our fault. But if we drop it or we crack it or whatever, then that's how we can get the 0.
What do you look forward to this project?
What do you look forward to? Something I look forward to is just walking around with the egg and seeing if we're actually responsible enough to take care of.
Hello there, middle school. We're here to announce that Friday the 30th, let's celebrate by wearing your Disney gear or dressing up as your favorite character.
Remember to stop by the library to show us your looks. You will be receiving a prize.
That's all for today. Have a great day.
Let's take a look at Del Rio Middle School sports.
Our football team is hungry for a win after playing Eagle Pass.
Volleyball is hoarse about the competitors.
And cross country never gives up.
Up next, it's sports with more information.
Cross country not only trains on land but also in water. After practice, they go to Buena Vista Pool. Aquatic exercise is a great way to work on muscles without putting stress on the body's joints. It doesn't hurt that they get to cool down and relax at the same time.
What makes you motivated?
What motivates me are my parents because they keep pushing.
You mainly practice like your abilities, or your strengths are like what you mostly focus on, but you also practice what you're not so good at. Your serves are basically the most important part, in my opinion.
We do a whole lot of serving right now because, as I said before, serving is key.
And the same thing, that serving is key, but we also been learning the basics since it's just the first few weeks of practicing. So mainly serving.
To hit a backhand, you want to step out with the opposite of your dominant leg, and then you want to put both of your hands on the racket and swing across.
What can we improve on? Blocking better, tackling better, finishing plays, ball protection, just the basic fundamentals. With the middle school, we just want to be good football players. We have a limited playbook. It is what the high school runs, but kind of scaled down. So when they get to high school, they're ready. So really at this age, we want them blocking well, making tackles, getting off blocks on the defensive side, covering receivers on the offensive side, not fumbling, quarterback getting a good ball out, receivers catching balls, making plays. Well, in football, everybody has a different role. It's kind of like a chessboard. Different guys have different jobs. There's things they can do, things they can't do. So you don't, have a best player because your success comes through other players. A lot of people will tend to stress the quarterback position, but if he doesn't have a line, there's not really much he can do. Same with the running back. If the line blocks really well, but the guys in the backfield can't handle the ball well, they're not going to be successful. If the defense can't make plays, the offense can't win games because they got to get the ball in their hands, and vice versa. If the offense can't score points, then, it doesn't matter how many times the defense stops the other team. Eventually they're going to get one through and, we'll lose the game even if it's by one score. So we have a lot of great players, honestly, and they all serve different purposes. But to pull out one guy and, kind of give him all the credit, you really can't do that. That's more of an individual sport type of thing.
What is something you can improve on?
Work harder. Probably I can improve on working harder with my team.
What are some of your strengths?
Doing good in school.
What's your favorite part?
Playing with all my friends. I love traveling. It's so much fun. I love hitting lines.
I love traveling too.
What inspired you to join volleyball?
I've been playing since I was little and I really like it. I've been playing since I was very little and I made a lot of friendships on it.
My parents pushed me, and ever since then I loved it.
What's the main thing you hate about volleyball?
Conditioning.
This week's Del Rio Cares is about trusted adults. Some adults that you can trust are teachers, coaches, counselors, administrators, office personnel, cafeteria staff, school police officers, etc. Some students are not comfortable sharing their feelings with other adults. Some adults outside of school that you can trust would be your parents, grandparents, Trusted adults should be trustworthy, respectable, reliable, responsible, unselfish, smart, thoughtful, thankful, and honest. Someone who's a student feels is caring adult who's unavailable to listen with an open mind and help problem solve when a problem arises. Trusted adults understand the next steps to take after a warning sign or threat has been communicated to them. And remember, Del Rio cares. This week's Del Rio cares is about trusted adults. Who's some trusted adults that you can trust in your life?
I can trust my parents and teachers.
Some trusted adults that are in my life are my mom, my dad, and my grandma.
Here at Del Rio Middle School, we appreciate what our teachers do for the students.
Not just as educators, but also as a support system.
This week, we feature Miss Courtney in the History Wing.
This is Miss Courtney. She teaches 8th grade social studies. Her style of teaching helps students comprehend and retain information to succeed in this subject. She moved 7 times before she was 18. She used to tutor for U.S. history, economics, and a camp counselor before coming to Del Rio Middle School. We had a few questions for Miss Courtney, and this is what she had to say.
Sometimes you've had history class and you're really bored. And I want to make sure that history is fun for kids. I want to tell it like a story, and I want to make sure that, it's interesting and it's fun for kids instead of just being bored and putting your head down,
Miss Courtney is super fun. She's probably one of the best history teachers here.
And I just think it's really cool that all this stuff in the back then, how it was and how it is this time of day. So it just really surprises me.
Last week brought us some cooler weather.
Just in time for fall equinox, which begins September 22nd. Did you know that we get less sunlight in the northern hemisphere during this time?
Yep, that causes the leaves to change color and eventually fall off.
Let's see how this weather played out and what's in store.
Hello everybody, this is the weather. Last week's weather was mainly sunny and mostly in the 90s. The weather for this week should be in the 90s, but will drop later on in the week. We will be also expecting a cold front. A cold front is letting edge of cooler mass of air at the ground level that replaces a warm mass of air and lies with a pronounced surface through low pressure. It often forms behind an extratropical cycle at the leading edge of its cool air pattern.
We have a new segment beginning this week.
It's a birthday shout out.
What's the birthday shout out, you may ask?
Let's take a look.
Hello, Del Rio Middle School. Our new segment for today's news is Birthday Shout Out.
What is birthday shout out?
Well, Birthday Shout Out is when you can shout out your friends, peers, or staff's birthday.
When and where can I turn in my birthday shout out?
You can put in the request in the library the Wednesday before the birthday.
Speaking of birthdays, one of our UIL's champions, Alexander Perez, is celebrating his 14th birthday this 26th.
Hope you have a good birthday, Alex.
That's all for our shout outs. Till next time.
Happy birthday! Just a reminder, you guys are what makes our school interesting and special. We want to showcase you.
If you have a story idea, club, or school project to promote, you can stop by Mr. Alvarez's class or email him.
Anywho, that's it for now.
See you next week.